in this moment. Find deep joy already within you. You need not seek elsewhere for abundance. The present holds everything required for true contentment. Share your current time, location, and one simple thing you're grateful for right now in the comments below. Let this gentle practice anchor you in the sufficiency of now. As we explore living with less, finding more, notice how peace unfolds when we release the need for more. Imagine the quiet space within you, untouched by the constant pull of what might be next. Notice how your breath flows naturally when you stop reaching for the next thing, the next possession, the next moment of distraction. This is the foundation we begin with today. Contentment isn't something we build outside ourselves. It's the natural state that emerges when we release the weight of needing more. It's not about deprivation, but about the profound freedom found in letting go. Consider the simple act of clearing a single shelf, not a major overhaul, just one small space where clutter once held sway. As you gently place an item you no longer need into a box, feel the subtle shift. The physical space opens, and with it, a space within your mind. The mental noise of more begins to soften. This isn't about owning less, it's about creating room for the present moment to be fully felt. The space where a book sat, the empty spot on the table, becomes a gentle reminder of the peace that resides in simplicity. It's like stepping out of a crowded room into a quiet garden. The air feels clearer, the senses more awake. A Zen monk once spoke of his small room. He kept only what was necessary for his practice: a cushion, a bowl, a simple robe. One morning, he noticed a small, smooth stone he'd collected years before, placed on his windowsill. He picked it up, felt its cool weight, then placed it gently back outside, on the path where it belonged. He didn't need it. He simply let it go. The space it occupied felt lighter, and his attention returned fully to the sound of the wind in the pines. This wasn't loss. It was a return to the natural spaciousness of his own awareness. The stone was never the point. The letting go was the practice. So, take a moment now. Look around your immediate space. What one small item, perhaps a forgotten object on a desk or a piece of paper gathering dust, can you release today? Not to be rid of it, but to make room for the quiet peace that already exists within you. Feel the small release in your body. Then, simply notice your breath. Feel the cool air enter, the warm air leave. Notice how it feels when you stop chasing the next thing, the next sensation. Does the breath feel deeper? Is there a quietness that wasn't there before? This is the simple, powerful practice of finding more by having less. This gentle release of the unnecessary, this quieting of the constant wanting, is where true abundance begins. It's not found in the accumulation of things, but in the spaciousness created by their absence. It's the joy of simply being here, fully present, with nothing else to add. This shift in perspective, this deepening of presence through the simple act of letting go, naturally leads us to embrace simplicity in our daily actions, in how we move through the world with ease and grace. As we carry forward the spaciousness created by releasing the need for more, we find contentment not in adding, but in the quiet clarity of what remains. Simple living is not a sacrifice or a lack, but a profound choice to align with what truly matters. It is the gentle art of removing the unnecessary so that presence can be seen clearly. Imagine a monk preparing his morning meal in a small stone hut. He washes a single bowl with slow, deliberate hands. He places a few simple vegetables and rice on a plain wooden plate. There is no rush, no distraction, no thought of what might be missing. He eats with full attention to the taste, the texture, the warmth, the very act of nourishment. This is not deprivation, it is the deep joy of being fully here with what is offered. The bowl is sufficient. The meal is complete. The mind is still. This is the art of simple living, choosing presence over pursuit, clarity over clutter. Consider a task you do daily, perhaps making coffee or walking to the mailbox. What if, for just this moment, you let go of the thought of what comes next? What if you truly felt the warmth of the mug, heard the quiet sound of your steps? Notice the light on the wall? This is the reflection we offer today. What routine task can you do without distraction today? Not to add more to your day, but to find the richness already within the ordinary. It is not about doing less, but about being more fully present for what you are already doing. Now, practice this intention simply for your next meal, whether it is a simple bowl of soup or a shared lunch. Set one clear intention. Before you begin, pause for just a breath. Feel the weight of the spoon, the color of the food, the quiet space around you. Then say softly to yourself, I am fully present. This is not a performance. It is an invitation to meet the moment as it is. Let the taste of the first bite be your anchor. Let the sound of chewing be your focus. Let the simple act of eating become a meditation. In this small act, you are choosing to live not with less, but with more awareness, more gratitude, more of what is already here. The joy is not in the food itself, but in the open space you create by letting go of distraction. This practice reveals a deeper truth. Simplicity is not a state we achieve by removing things, but a way of being that arises when we stop reaching for more. It is the quiet understanding that abundance flows from within, not from outside. When we stop searching for more to fill the space, we discover that the space itself is full. The bowl is full. The moment is full. The life we live is full, simply because we are present within it. This is the foundation of contentment, not a destination, but the very ground we stand on now. With this foundation of mindful presence, we move to how simplicity transforms our most basic interactions. We see how a single word spoken with care, a gesture offered without expectation, a moment shared without distraction, becomes a bridge of connection. The ordinary becomes extraordinary when we are fully here. The path forward begins not with adding, but with returning to what is already sufficient. Imagine the quiet space that opens when you release the need for more, a spaciousness that holds everything already present. This is the ground from which contentment truly begins. It is not found in adding something new, but in turning your attention to what has always been here, beneath the surface of your seeking. The path to sufficiency starts not with grand gestures, but with a single, simple shift in awareness. Contentment begins with noticing what is already here. Consider a moment in a Kyoto tea room. A monk sits quietly, the steam rising gently from his cup. He is not waiting for the next cup, nor yearning for a more perfect tea. He simply notices the warmth of the ceramic in his hands, the delicate scent of matcha in the air, the quiet hum of the garden outside the paper screen. In that ordinary moment, the cup is enough. The steam is enough. The stillness is enough. He does not need more to be content. He finds fullness precisely where he is, in the simple presence of what is. This is not passivity, but a deep, active recognition of sufficiency already at hand. Reflect now on your own ordinary moments this week. Have you overlooked a small comfort? Perhaps the way sunlight falls across your kitchen floor in the afternoon, the soft weight of your blanket on a cool evening, the steady rhythm of your breath when you pause for just a moment. These are not insignificant. They are the very fabric of sufficiency woven into your daily life. We often miss them, chasing the next thing, the next feeling, while the true abundance is already surrounding us. Let us practice this noticing together. Find a quiet space for a few moments. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. With each breath, gently settle into the present. Then, without effort, simply name one thing you see: a leaf on the windowsill, the pattern of light on the wall. Name one thing you hear: the distant sound of a bird, the soft hum of the refrigerator, the silence itself. Name one thing you feel: the support of the chair beneath you, the gentle touch of air on your skin, the quiet stillness within. This simple act of naming anchors you in what is real, what is already here. It is a gentle return to the sufficiency of this very moment. This practice is not about forcing gratitude, but about seeing clearly. It is the quiet shift that dissolves the illusion that we are missing something essential. When you notice the sunlight, the warmth, the sound, you realize you were never lacking. You were simply distracted. The joy of enough is not a distant goal. It is the very ground beneath your feet, the air you breathe, the moment you are living. It is the recognition that the ordinary is extraordinary precisely because it is here, now, and it is enough. This simple noticing, this gentle turning toward what is already present, naturally deepens into a profound appreciation for the ordinary moments that make up our days. It is the quiet shift that reveals the deep joy that comes not from having more, but from seeing clearly the sufficiency of what is. Contentment isn't something to chase or acquire, it's the quiet recognition of what is already here, right now, beneath the surface of our seeking. It's not about having more, but about truly seeing what we already hold. This is the very ground of peace, the foundation upon which all joy rests. We often overlook the profound abundance surrounding us because our eyes are fixed on the horizon, searching for the next thing that will make us feel complete. Yet, true sufficiency is found not in the future, but in the ordinary, unremarkable moments of the present. Consider the simple ritual of making tea in the morning. The steam rising gently from the cup, the warmth spreading through your palms, the quiet sound of water boiling, the soft light filtering through the window. In that ordinary moment, you possess everything needed for deep peace. The cup, the water, the warmth, the stillness, these are not small things, but the very essence of abundance. You are already surrounded by comfort, by grace, by the simple miracle of being alive and present. The tea isn't a symbol of what you lack. It is the embodiment of what you already have. This is the Zen insight. Abundance isn't a destination, but the landscape of the here and now. Your first practical step is simply to notice. Before you rush into the busyness of your day, pause for a moment. Look around. What do you already possess that brings you quiet comfort right now? It might be the softness of your chair beneath you, the gentle rhythm of your breath, the sound of birds outside, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, or even the simple fact that you are safe and breathing. Take 3 things you have right now that offer this quiet comfort. Don't search for grand gestures. Find the small, steady gifts already present. This is not about listing possessions, but about awakening to the richness of your immediate experience. Then, as the day draws to a close, before you settle into sleep, make it a gentle practice to reflect. Name one thing from your day that you truly appreciated, no matter how small. Perhaps it was the taste of a cool drink on a warm afternoon, the kindness of a stranger's smile, the way the light fell on a leaf, or the feeling of your feet on solid ground. Naming it, truly feeling it in your heart, is a quiet act of gratitude. It shifts your focus from what might be missing to the tangible joy already woven into your life. This practice isn't about forcing positivity. It's about training your eyes to see the abundance that has always been here, waiting for your attention. This simple act of noticing transforms your relationship with the world. It dissolves the illusion that happiness depends on acquiring something new, something different. When you see the comfort in your chair, the warmth in your hands, the peace in your breath, you begin to understand that sufficiency is not a state you achieve, but a presence you discover. The need for more, the restless pull of wanting, starts to soften because you have already found what you were seeking within the ordinary. As we recognize this abundance, we naturally release the need for more. The path of contentment begins not with adding to your life, but with returning to the deep well of what is already sufficient. It is a gentle turning inward, a softening of the grasping mind, to find the endless joy that resides in the simple fact of being here, now, with all that you already possess. This is the first step, the quiet awakening to the sufficiency that has always been your true home. Listen to the quiet sound of rice being lifted to the mouth, the soft scrape of a spoon against a bowl. In this simple act, the basic need for nourishment becomes something tender and alive. We often eat while scrolling through messages, watching the clock, or planning the next task. The food arrives, but the moment passes us by. Mindful eating invites you to pause the rushing. It asks you to taste the rice, not just consume it, to feel the warmth spreading across your tongue, the subtle resistance of each grain as it separates, the clean saltiness that lingers. This is not about eating slowly because you must. It is about discovering the richness already present in this single, ordinary bite. Consider a monk in a simple wooden room, eating plain rice and pickled vegetables. His bowl is small, his meal quiet. He does not chase after the next flavor or the next thought. He notices the coolness of the rice against his palate, the gentle sourness of the pickles, the quiet satisfaction of a full stomach. There is no need to add anything more. This is the essence of enough. His meal is not a chore to be finished, but a moment to be fully experienced. He does not seek more flavor in the next bite. He finds it in the one he is holding. The practice is not complicated. It is simply the willingness to be here with what is before you right now. So, the next time you sit down to eat, try this. Take one bite of your food. Place it deliberately on your tongue. Do not rush to chew. Notice the texture, the smoothness, the slight crunch, the soft yielding. Feel the temperature, whether it is warm from the stove or cool from the bowl. Taste the flavor, not as a background to your thoughts, but as the entire world of sensation. What does the apple taste like without the distraction of your phone? What does the soup reveal when you stop thinking about dinner tomorrow? You might discover the quiet joy in the salt on your lips, the way the steam rises from your bowl, the simple comfort of being fed. This is not a special occasion. It is the ordinary miracle of being present with your food. The reflection here is gentle. It asks you not to force anything new, but to gently release the habit of being elsewhere. When you notice your mind drifting to the next task, simply return to the taste in your mouth. There is no failure in wandering. The practice is in the returning. You're not trying to create a perfect moment. You are simply allowing the moment to be as it is. The rice is warm. The grains separate. The salt shines. This is enough. This mindful approach extends to all daily actions, revealing simplicity in routine. The way you pour your morning tea, the steps you take to the mailbox, the way you listen to a friend, each becomes an opportunity to return to the present, to find abundance in what is already here. The seeking for more dissolves when we truly taste the ordinary. The joy of enough is not found in having everything, but in knowing that what we have is already complete. This is the quiet practice that transforms the ordinary into the sacred, one mindful bite at a time. As you savored your morning tea with full attention, noticing the warmth in your palms and the quiet steam rising, you began to understand contentment as a presence already here. This awareness of sufficiency, this joy found not in what is missing, but in what is present now, extends to the smallest movements of your day. Consider your morning routine. How many steps feel heavy, rushed, or unnecessary? Perhaps the scramble to find keys while the coffee brews, or the mental checklist that follows you through the first hour. These excesses, these small burdens, create a quiet friction against the day's potential for calm. True simplicity is not about doing less, but about doing only what matters with full presence. It is the water flowing freely, not the dam holding it back. In a Zen monastery, an old monk was known for his simple morning. He would rise before dawn, walk to the well, draw 1 cup of water, and return to his small room. There, he would wash his face, brush his teeth, and sit for 10 minutes in the quiet light. No extra steps, no distractions, just the sound of water, the feel of the brush, the stillness of the room. He did not say, "I'm simple," but his actions spoke it clearly. The water was drawn once. The face was washed once. The mind was still once. Each action held its own weight, its own quiet joy. There was no need to add more. The sufficiency of the single cup, the single breath, the single moment was enough. Reflect now on your own morning. What task feels burdensome due to unnecessary steps? Is it the way you prepare your coffee, adding 3 different tools when one would suffice? Is it the way you check your phone before stepping out the door? Pulling your attention away from the simple act of opening the door itself. The burden is not the task, but the extra layers we add to it. When we strip away the excess, when we are what is truly needed here, the task becomes a practice, not a chore. It becomes an opportunity to be fully present. So practice this today. Choose one morning ritual you do regularly. It might be making your bed, brewing coffee, or walking to the kitchen. Now, simplify it to 3 intentional actions. Name them. Let them be clear. For example, stand at the window. Feel the morning air on your skin. Take one slow breath. That is it. No more, no less. Do these 3 actions with full attention. Feel the weight of the air, the quiet sound of your breath, the simple act of standing. There is no need to rush to the next thing. The sufficiency of this moment is the practice. The joy is not in finishing, but in being fully here, now. When routines become simple, we naturally notice the beauty in ordinary moments. The way sunlight falls on the counter as you pour your coffee. The sound of water flowing in the sink. The quiet strength of your own breath. These are not small things. They are the very ground of contentment. The ordinary miracle we often overlook in the rush to make it extraordinary. The monk's single cup of water held the whole morning. Your 3 intentional actions hold the whole day. Let the simplicity of your morning be a gentle reminder, enough is already here. The water flows. The cup fills, and the joy is in the pouring. Begin your day not with the rush of 1,000 tasks, but with a single, quiet breath. Notice how the light first touches your window, how the air feels cool against your skin before the day's warmth settles in. This small, intentional pause is not an extra step added to your morning. It is the foundation upon which everything else rests. A calm start creates ripple effects through the day, softening the edges of potential chaos, making space for clarity to unfold. When we begin with stillness rather than speed, we align with the natural rhythm of things, not against it. The ordinary moments, pouring water, feeling the sun's first warmth, become not just actions, but invitations to presence. Consider the old Zen monk who, each morning, would sit by the stream before the village stirred. He would not rush to his duties. Instead, he would simply watch the water flow, noticing how it carried leaves and stones without resistance, how it reflected the sky with perfect clarity. His morning ritual was not about doing more, but about being fully here, in the quiet space before the world demanded his attention. This is the simplicity we seek, not the absence of actions, but the presence within them. It is the understanding that the richness of life is not found in the quantity of what we do, but in the depth of where we place our attention. Reflect now on your own morning. What small change would make it feel peaceful? Perhaps it is setting your phone aside before you reach for it. Perhaps it is taking 3 slow breaths while the coffee brews, feeling the warmth of the cup in your hands. Perhaps it is stepping outside for just a moment, feeling the earth beneath your feet as the world wakes gently. The practice is simple. Replace the habit of scrolling through news and notifications with 3 minutes of silent observation. Close your eyes if you wish, or simply let your gaze rest on the steam rising from your tea. The way dust motes dance in the morning light, the sound of birds beginning their songs. Do not strain to think, do not try to fill the silence. Simply be present with what is already here, with the quiet hum of the morning itself. This is not about adding something new. It is about removing the noise that drowns out the subtle beauty of the present moment. You may notice the urge to check your phone, the familiar pull of the digital world waiting to pull you into its current. Gently, without judgment, return your attention to your breath, to the sensation of your feet on the floor, to the simple act of being awake. This 3 minutes is a gift you give to yourself, a moment where you reclaim your own time and space. It is not about achieving a state of perfect calm, but about acknowledging that calm is already available right here, right now, if only you choose to notice. In that small space, you find the joy of enough abundance, not in what you have, but in what you are fully experiencing. This morning practice prepares us to find joy in the smallest moments of the day. It teaches us that true richness is not in the accumulation of things or the speed of our actions, but in the quiet depth of our presence within each moment, no matter how ordinary it may seem. As you move through your day, carry this gentle awareness with you. The cup of tea you savor, the walk to the mailbox, the sound of rain on the roof, each becomes a doorway to contentment when met with the simple, open heart of the present. The day unfolds not as a series of tasks to complete, but as a continuous flow of moments, each holding its own quiet wonder. This is the path of simplicity, not in what we own, but in how fully we meet each moment with the joy of enough. Imagine stepping into a room where every object breathes with quiet purpose, where light moves freely and the air feels soft against your skin. This isn't merely a tidy space, it's a reflection of a mind unburdened by what no longer serves. Clutter, whether in our hands or our hearts, is a silent thief of presence. It whispers distractions, creates unseen weight, and pulls us away from the simple grace of being here. Now, a cluttered shelf mirrors a cluttered mind, while a clear surface invites calm to settle in like morning mist. In Zen practice, we recognize that the space we create around us shapes the space within us. What we keep becomes what we carry, and what we release becomes what we free. Consider the monk who once tended a single, simple tea bowl. Each morning, he would clean it with mindful attention, removing every trace of yesterday's tea. One day, a guest brought him a beautiful, ornate cup adorned with gold. The monk placed it beside his bowl but felt a subtle tightness in his chest. The cup was beautiful, yet it demanded attention. It felt heavy with expectation. He realized the cup was not his companion, it was a burden. He returned it to the guest, choosing the quiet dignity of his plain bowl. The ornate cup had no place in his practice of simplicity because it did not serve the moment. It was not enough, it was too much. This is the gentle invitation we extend to ourselves today. Pause and look around your own space. Not with judgment, but with soft curiosity. What object sits there that no longer feels like a friend? Perhaps it is that stack of unopened bills, the photo from a painful memory, the gadget that collects dust while draining your energy, or even the half-empty jar gathering cobwebs. What feels like a burden? Not because it is broken, but because it holds a weight we no longer need to carry. This is not about deprivation. It is about recognizing what truly belongs in the space of our lives. So, today, take one small, intentional step. Choose one item that no longer serves you. It might be a single pen you never use, a receipt you've held onto for months, or a piece of clothing that no longer fits your current life. Hold it gently. Acknowledge its past role, then place it aside, perhaps in a donation bin, a recycling pile, or simply out of sight. As you do this, feel the subtle shift. The space you create is not empty, it is open. It is ready to hold what matters. The act of removing one thing is a practice in letting go, a quiet rebellion against the endless accumulation that steals our peace. It is a step toward understanding that joy does not come from having more, but from recognizing the sufficiency of what we already hold. With space cleared, we naturally turn our attention to the present moment. The breath feels deeper, the light seems brighter, and the simple act of sitting or walking becomes a path of presence. The space we release is not lost, it is transformed into the room we need to live fully, to be fully here. Consider the simple bowl held by a monk in a quiet garden. He eats his rice with deep attention, the warmth of the meal filling him completely. He does not look at a larger bowl nearby or imagine a feast yet to come. His contentment arises not from what he might gain, but from the fullness he experiences right now, in this very moment. This is the essence of sufficiency. It is not found in accumulating more, in building a future stack of possessions or achievements, but in recognizing the richness already present within the current breath, the current sip of water, the current act of simply being. We often chase a horizon of more thinking. It will hold the peace we seek, yet the peace we need is already here. waiting to be noticed in the ordinary. We seek a larger bowl, a fuller plate, a deeper joy. When the joy is already in the bowl we hold, the plate we share, the quiet moment we allow ourselves. Reflect gently on this. What more have you been seeking that already exists within your present life? Is it a deeper sense of peace you carry in your calm morning stillness? Is it the connection you share with a loved one over a simple meal? Is it the quiet strength found in a single, well-tended garden plot? The more you look outward for fulfillment, the more you miss the abundance that is already yours, woven into the fabric of your everyday existence. The craving for more often masks a lack of presence, a failure to truly see the sufficiency that is already here. Practice this quiet shift. When a craving arises, a desire for a new item, a different experience, a feeling of lacking, pause. Do not follow the impulse immediately. Instead, ask softly to yourself, is this necessary now? Not tomorrow, not when you have more time or money, but right now. Is this thing or this feeling truly needed to meet your current need? Or is it merely a pull of habit, a whisper of future wanting? Often, the answer is no. The need is met by what you already have, by the space you have created, by the stillness you cultivated this morning. The craving dissolves when met with this simple, present question. It is not about denying yourself, but about aligning with what truly serves your present moment. This gentle practice of questioning the need for more is not about restriction. It is about freedom. It is about releasing the tight grip of compulsion that binds us to a future that does not yet exist. It is about stepping out of the endless cycle of wanting and into the deep, quiet joy of recognizing that what we have is enough. The monk in the garden does not feel deprived by his single bowl. He feels complete within it. This understanding, this quiet realization that enough is always sufficient, shifts the very ground beneath us. It allows us to move through life with a lighter heart, making choices from a place of fullness rather than lack, from a place of presence rather than perpetual wanting. This is the path of conscious choice, where every decision flows from the deep, knowing that we already hold everything we need. Imagine the quiet space between breaths, the soft pause after a deep inhale. In this stillness, we begin to notice how often we move through life with an invisible weight, a constant pull towards something just beyond our grasp. This pull isn't about desire for growth, it's the deep-seated belief we are fundamentally lacking. We chase the next thing, the bigger thing, the more thing, as if our worth depends on accumulation. But what if this very chase is the source of our restlessness? What if the belief we are not enough is the only thing truly missing? Consider a simple Zen story. A monk lived with only one bowl for all his needs. When asked why he did not seek a second, he simply said, I have one bowl, and it holds all I need. He saw no lack in his single bowl. He saw no need to fill it with more. His sufficiency was not in the bowl's size, but in his awareness of its completeness. He did not look longingly at others' larger vessels. His peace was already held within the simple vessel he possessed. This is not about scarcity. It is about the profound clarity that comes when we recognize the fullness already present. Reflect now on your own life. What would shift within you if you truly believed you had enough? Not the amount of possessions, but the deep, quiet certainty that your presence, your breath, your very being is sufficient. Imagine releasing the story that you must gather more to be whole. Feel the subtle shift when you stop reaching. Notice the physical sensation in your body as you let go of that constant striving. Often, we feel it as a tightness in the shoulders, a subtle clenching in the hands, a restless energy in the chest. When you pause the reaching, when you simply rest with what is here, that tightness begins to soften, your shoulders lower, your breath deepen. There is a quiet release, a gentle unfolding, as if a heavy cloak you carried without knowing has finally slipped away. This is the physical language of sufficiency speaking through your body. It is not a grand event, but the quiet sigh of the mind finally resting. This practice is simple. When you feel the urge to add more time, more things, more approval, pause. Feel the sensation in your body. Where is the tension? Breathe into that space. Acknowledge the urge without judgment, then gently release it. Notice the space that opens up when you stop reaching. It is not emptiness, it is spaciousness. It is the clear sky after the rain, where the clouds of wanting have simply parted. As we release this need for more, we discover joy in what we already possess. The warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of rain on the roof, the quiet presence of a loved one beside you. These are not secondary to a future abundance. They are the very essence of abundance, already here, already complete. The joy we seek is not out there waiting to be gathered. It is the simple, profound joy of being fully present within the sufficiency of this moment, this breath, this very life. We need not add more to our lives to find joy. We only need to stop adding and begin to see what is already perfectly enough. This is the gentle release, the quiet unfolding, the deep joy of simply being here, exactly as we are. Imagine sitting quietly by a small window, watching rain fall on a single patch of earth. The rain is gentle, the light soft. There is no rush, no need to add anything to this moment. This is the space where the illusion of more begins to soften. We often believe that joy, peace, or even our sense of being whole lies just beyond the next acquisition, the next achievement, the next thing. Yet this belief is rooted not in abundance, but in a deep-seated feeling of lack. A whisper that says we are not enough as we are. More, in this context, is not a path to fulfillment. It is a reflection of scarcity, a shadow cast by the fear that what we have is insufficient. Consider the simple story of an old monk in a quiet village. He had a small, worn bowl and a single rice dish for his daily meal. One day, a wealthy traveler, seeing his humble meal, offered him a magnificent gold bowl filled with the finest rice. The monk thanked the traveler, accepted the bowl, and placed it carefully on a shelf. He continued eating his simple meal from his old bowl. The gold bowl sat untouched. When asked why, he simply said, "This bowl holds my rice. The gold bowl holds nothing more than the rice. Why would I need more than what I have to hold what is already here?" His contentment was not dependent on the bowl's worth, but on the sufficiency of his meal and his presence with it. The gold bowl represented more, yet it brought no deeper joy, no greater peace. It only created a new object to be mindful of, a new thing to potentially lose or desire. Reflect now on your own life. When did more truly bring lasting joy? Was it the new gadget that quickly became ordinary? The larger house that felt emptier? The extra wealth that brought only the weight of managing it? More often than not, the initial excitement fades, leaving us back at the starting point, perhaps even feeling more restless, because the underlying scarcity, the feeling of not being enough, remains untouched. We chase the external more while ignoring the internal enough that is already present. Let us practice this shift for 1 hour today. Set a gentle intention. Notice the moment you think "I need more," a notification on your phone, the urge to buy something, the thought that your current meal is not quite enough. Instead, pause softly and say to yourself, "I have enough." Not as a denial, but as a quiet acknowledgement of the sufficiency already here. Feel the space between the thought of lack and the reality of presence. In that small hour, let the simple act of "I have enough" become a gentle anchor. See if the tightness in your chest loosens, if the frantic edge of wanting softens. This practice is not about denying future needs. It is about recognizing the sufficiency within the present moment, right now. This simple shift in language and attention dissolves the illusion that we must constantly gather to be whole. It reveals that the joy we seek is not found in the accumulation of more, but in the deep, quiet recognition that we are already complete with what we have, what we are experiencing, what we are being. The compulsion to grasp, to chase, begins to release when we truly see that enough is not a destination, but the ground we stand on, right here, right now. This realization prepares us to let go of comparison and embrace our own sufficiency. Imagine the quiet hum of a morning kitchen, the steam rising from your teacup, the soft light of dawn painting the wall. Now, picture the constant pull of the digital world, the ping of a new message, the scroll through endless possibilities, the whisper that whispers you need one more thing, one more experience to feel whole. This pull is the very thing we explore here, not as a burden to bear, but as an invitation to gently release. True sufficiency, as we discovered in the quiet of the previous moments, is not found in adding more to your plate. It is already here, in the space you occupy, in the breath you take, recognizing this. Saying no to excess is not a denial. It is a tender, confident yes to the richness already present. It is the gentle act of turning away from the distraction of more to fully inhabit the peace of enough. Consider the story of a young monk, newly arrived at a quiet mountain monastery. One evening, after a simple meal of rice and vegetables, the abbot offered him a second bowl. The young monk, accustomed to the constant seeking of his former life, felt the familiar tug to accept, to take the extra portion as a sign of favor, as a way to feel more satisfied. But he paused. He felt the warmth of the first bowl, the quiet contentment of the meal shared with companions, the deep peace settling in his bones. He looked at the second bowl, saw it not as an addition, but as a potential distraction from this very peace. He smiled gently and said, "No, thank you. The first bowl is enough." He did not say no to the offering, but to the compulsion to take more. He said yes to the fullness he already felt. That moment, small and simple, was his practice of presence. The extra rice, the extra attention, the extra to-do list, they all faded, leaving only the clear, quiet joy of the present moment, unclouded. This is the practice we gently invite you to try today. Before you say yes to the next invitation, the next task, the next thing that promises to make you feel complete, pause, breathe, ask yourself softly, not with judgment, but with care. Does this serve my peace? Does this new thing truly nourish the present moment? Or does it pull you away from the sufficiency already here? It might be declining a social event that feels draining, turning down an extra project that would stretch you thin, or simply stepping away from the endless scroll when your heart already knows it is full. It is not about rigid refusal, it is about the gentle, loving choice to honor what is already sufficient within you. It is the quiet confidence that arises when you stop chasing the horizon and begin to see the beauty of the ground beneath your feet. Reflect now. What single invitation or opportunity can you decline today? Not out of obligation, but as an act of deep care for your own peace. What small no will make space for a deeper yes to the present? This practice of saying no to excess is not a final destination, but a gentle step back towards the heart of your own being. It is the quieting of the inner voice that says not enough, and the quieting of the hand that reaches for more. As you practice this gentle refusal, you move beyond the constant distraction of accumulation. You begin to see that joy is not something you gather, but something you uncover, already present within the simple act of being fully here, right now. With this practice, you step into the clear, open space of the present moment, free from the weight of what might be, and fully present for what is. And in that presence, the deep, unshakable joy of enough is revealed, not as a concept, but as the very ground of your being. Look around you, not with searching eyes, but with open awareness. The ordinary world is not empty of joy, it is filled with it, waiting only for you to notice. We often believe joy must arrive in grand gestures, in special moments marked by fanfare. Yet the deepest, most sustaining joy is found not in the extraordinary, but in the quiet, unremarkable texture of this very moment. It exists in the warmth of sunlight on your skin as you sip your morning tea, in the gentle rhythm of your breath, in the sound of rain on the roof, or the simple act of placing a cup down without a clatter. These are not small things. They are the very fabric of life, woven with the thread of presence. Consider the ancient story of the monk who, after years of seeking enlightenment in distant mountains, returned to his simple hut. One evening, he ate a bowl of plain rice, his usual meal. As he ate, he became utterly still, aware of the taste, the warmth, the quiet companionship of the moment. He realized then that the profound joy he had sought was not elsewhere. It was in the ordinary act of eating, when he stopped seeking and simply was. The rice itself was not special. The joy came from his complete attention to the present experience, free from the distraction of wanting more or something different. This is the essence of finding joy in small things. Reflect gently now. What small pleasure did you miss today? Not a grand event, but a tiny moment of connection or calm. Perhaps it was the cool touch of the morning air as you stepped outside, the sound of a bird singing unnoticed while you hurried to your next task, or the feeling of your feet on solid ground as you walked. We miss these because we are already moving towards the next thing, the next need, the next more. This is the habit we gently unwind. Instead, try this for 60 seconds. Choose one ordinary detail. Feel the sunlight on your arm. Listen to the sound of water dripping from a tap. Notice the shape of a leaf outside the window. Let your entire awareness rest there, without judgment, without the urge to make it better. Just be with it, as it is, in that single minute. You are not seeking joy, you are simply being where joy already resides. This simple practice is not about adding something new to your life. It is about uncovering what is already here, beneath the surface of distraction. It is the quiet shift from believing we must accumulate more to experience enough, to recognizing that enough is already the ground beneath our feet. Right now, the warmth of the sun, the sound of your breath, the stillness of this moment, these are not small things. They are the whole of life offered to us, moment by moment, in perfect sufficiency. When we stop chasing the next big thing and truly see the ordinary, the world transforms. It reveals itself not as lacking, but as abundantly full. This practice deepens into mindful appreciation of the moment itself, where all seeking dissolves into simply being. Feel the quiet hum of this moment, not the rush of what comes next, but the simple, solid presence of now. We often chase the next achievement, the next moment we think will bring joy, leaving the present moment unnoticed and unappreciated. This seeking, this constant reaching forward, is the very thing that keeps us from finding the joy already here. True appreciation arises not from adding more to our lives, but from stopping the search for the next thing. It blossoms when we simply allow ourselves to be here, fully and gently, with what is. Consider the simple act of making tea, not the thought of finishing the cup, not the worry about the next task, but the quiet unfolding of this ordinary moment. Feel the warmth of the cup in your hands. Watch the steam rise in soft spirals. Hear the gentle sound of water pouring. Notice the rich aroma filling the air. In this focused noticing, without the mind already leaping ahead, the tea becomes more than a drink. It becomes a small, profound gift of presence. The joy isn't in the tea itself, but in the full experience of it, right here, right now. This is the essence of present moment appreciation. Reflect for a moment. Can you recall a time when you truly experienced a moment without distraction? Not the time spent planning, not the time spent wishing it were different, but the time when your whole being was simply present with what was happening. Perhaps it was the feeling of sunlight on your face during a walk, the sound of rain on the roof, or the quiet connection in a shared glance. In that moment, did you feel a sense of peace, a quiet joy that wasn't dependent on anything else? That is the taste of enough. That is the joy already available in the ordinary. Now, gently bring your attention to your feet resting on the ground. Feel the subtle pressure, the contact, the quiet support beneath you. It's a simple anchor, a reminder of your physical presence in this moment. Take 3 slow, deep breaths, noticing the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the quiet rhythm of your breath. With each breath, let your awareness settle more deeply into the feeling of your feet on the earth, into the quiet reality of this moment. No need to change anything. No need to add anything. Simply rest in the awareness of being here, now. This simple practice of bringing attention to the ground beneath us is a direct path back to the present, to the place where appreciation naturally arises. As we truly appreciate this present moment, this simple act of noticing the warmth of the cup, the feel of the ground, the sound of our own breath, something shifts within us. We begin to release the subtle comparison that whispers we should be somewhere else, with something else, or be someone else. The quiet joy found in the ordinary moment of tea, or walking, or simply breathing, is not something we need to earn or chase. It is already here, waiting to be noticed. When we stop seeking the next moment and truly experience this one, the need to compare dissolves. We find our own unique sufficiency, our own quiet joy, right where we are. This is the natural release that comes with deepening present moment appreciation. Consider the quiet moment when you pause to watch steam rise from your morning tea. The steam curls and disappears, a simple, ordinary thing, yet it holds the fullness of this very moment. This is the space where contentment lives, not in some distant future or against the backdrop of another's life. Yet how often do we step out of this steam's gentle presence, drawn instead to the shadow of comparison? We see someone else's path, their seemingly brighter light, and we feel the subtle tug of lack, as if our own light is dimmer. This comparison, that quiet whisper of not enough, is the very thing that pulls us away from the sufficiency already here, right now. It distracts us from the warmth of the cup in our hands, the quiet sound of the wind, the simple fact of our own breath. It creates a distance between us and the peace that is already ours. Moment by moment. In the Zen monastery, a monk once spoke of his practice of washing rice each morning. He did not wash it to be perfect or fast, but simply to wash it. He would feel the cool water, watch the grains swirl, and notice the sound of the water hitting the bowl. One day, a visitor, impressed by the monk's calm, asked if he ever felt he should be doing something more important. The monk looked up, his hands still in the water, and said softly, "I'm washing rice. This is enough." He was not comparing his task to the work of others or seeking a more profound practice. His presence in the simple act, in the ordinary water and rice, was his profound practice. He was fully present, fully enough, in that moment of washing rice. There was no need to measure against anyone else's path, because his own path, right here in this ordinary task, was complete. Reflect on this for a moment. How does comparing yourself to others affect your peace? Does it create a quiet ache? A sense of being behind or less than? Does it make you miss the warmth of the tea, the sound of your own breath, the simple presence of your own life unfolding? When that comparison arises, that familiar pull to measure against another, pause gently. Take one soft breath. Feel the ground beneath you, the air in your lungs. Then, softly, speak the simple truth to yourself: I am enough as I am. Not because you have achieved something, but simply because you exist right now in this moment. This phrase is not a boast, but a gentle anchor, pulling you back from the river of comparison to the solid shore of your own being. It is a quiet return to the sufficiency that has always been there, waiting within the ordinary. This practice of pausing and affirming your enoughness is not about ignoring growth or aspiration. It is about releasing the false burden of comparison that steals the joy already available. It is the natural next step after noticing the steam from your tea, after releasing the need to seek the next moment. When we stop measuring ourselves against the lives of others, we stop living in the shadow of their light. We step into the clear, warm light of our own presence. We see the tea, the steam, the sound of the wind, and we realize, with a quiet sigh of relief, that this is enough. This moment, exactly as it is the fullness we've been seeking. Releasing comparison allows us to fully embrace the joy available now. The gentle rhythm of your breath is the first sound you hear when you truly arrive here. Now, not the next thought, not the next task, but this very breath filling your lungs, grounding you in the only moment that ever truly exists. This is the simple, profound power we explore now, observing without judgment. It is not about seeing more deeply, but seeing without the filter of comparison, without the need to label or measure. When we release the habit of naming the tree as old or beautiful or just a tree, we step out of the story and into the pure experience of seeing. The sunlight moves across its leaves, soft and slow, as if time itself has slowed. A single leaf trembles, catching the light, then settles. You notice its shape, the way the light filters through, the subtle shift in color where the sun touches it. You're not thinking about the tree's age, or how it compares to another tree, or what it means. You are simply seeing the leaf, the light, the quiet movement. This is the practice, right here in the ordinary. Think for a moment of your own ordinary moment. Perhaps it was the steam rising from your morning tea, as you noticed in the last chapter, or a cloud drifting across the sky, its shape changing without effort. What did you truly notice? Not the thought that it was pretty, but the actual texture of the cloud, the way it seemed to dissolve into the blue, or the sound of the wind moving through the branches nearby. That moment of noticing, without adding anything else, is where joy is found. It is not in the extraordinary, but in the ordinary, seen freshly, without the weight of the past or the future. The tree in the garden is not a symbol, it is simply a tree, existing in this moment. Its presence is enough. Its quiet movement is enough. Your awareness of it, without needing to change it or understand it, is enough. Now, try this with one object right now, wherever you are. Choose something simple, a cup, a stone, a patch of light on the wall. Set a gentle timer for 2 minutes. Sit quietly. Observe it. Notice its color, its texture, how light touches it, any subtle movement. Do not name it. Do not think about what it is for or what it means. Do not compare it to anything else. Simply watch. Let the mind rest from its constant chatter of labels and judgments. When the thought, "This is a cup," arises, gently acknowledge it and return to the sight of the cup itself, the curve of its handle, the way the light glows through the ceramic, the slight imperfection in the glaze. This is not about achieving a special state. It is simply about returning, again and again, to the direct experience of what is here, right now. The practice is the returning, not the perfect observation. In this simple act of watching without naming, we uncover something remarkable. The ordinary world, stripped of our stories, reveals its inherent wonder. The steam from your tea, the cloud in the sky, the leaf on the tree, they are not separate from contentment. They are contentment itself, waiting to be seen. This mindful observation dissolves the illusion that joy must be found elsewhere, in a different place, a different time, or a different thing. It is found in the very act of seeing clearly, without the burden of wanting it to be different. The tree is exactly as it is. The moment is exactly as it is. And in that clear seeing, without judgment, we find a deep and quiet joy. This mindful observation prepares us to find stillness within the flow of daily life. It is the gentle practice of returning to the present, not as a destination, but as the only place we ever need to be. The steam from your cup rises in quiet spirals, a small miracle witnessed in the space between breaths. This moment of noticing, this gentle return to what is already here, dissolves the fog of wanting more. Now, consider this. Freedom does not come from adding more to your life, but from releasing the burden of what you already carry. It is not about owning less, but about being less burdened by what you own. We often carry invisible weights, the thought of a forgotten task, the worry about a possession, the quiet anxiety of what might be lost. These are the true weights that slow our steps and cloud our peace. What possession, however small, weighs on your mind? Is it a single coin, a piece of jewelry, a book left unread, the fear of a missing phone? This weight is not in the object itself, but in the story we tell about it, the attachment we hold. In a quiet mountain temple, an old monk carried only one bowl. When asked why he did not own more, he simply said, The bowl holds my rice. What else do I need? He carried no extra robes, no scrolls, no trinkets. His freedom was not in the emptiness of his hands, but in the lightness of his mind. The bowl was enough. It held his food, his practice, his presence. He did not need to carry more because he had released the need. This is the essence of minimalism, not a lack, but a liberation from the constant pull of what is not necessary. It is the quiet joy found when the mind is no longer cluttered with the noise of more. So, take a moment. Reflect on the question, what possession weighs on your mind? Not what you might lose, but what you already carry as a burden. Perhaps it is a small object that holds unexpected weight, a reminder of something you cannot let go of, or a simple thing that now feels like a chain. Now, practice this gently. Imagine your life without that one item, not as loss, but as possibility. See how the space it occupied in your thoughts opens up. Feel the slight ease in your shoulders, the quieting of that inner chatter. What remains is not emptiness, but the clear space where joy can truly reside. This is the practice of enough. It is not about deprivation, but about recognizing that you are already whole, already sufficient, right here in this ordinary moment. This freedom, born from releasing the burden of excess, naturally extends to releasing attachment to possessions. It is not a new path to walk, but the path we have always been walking, simply without the heavy load we chose to carry. As you sit with this thought, notice how the lightness of your mind allows the ordinary to become extraordinary once more. The steam from your cup rises, clear and free, a silent teacher in the simplicity of being enough. Consider the weight of a single object in your hands, not the burden of a collection, but the quiet presence of one thing held gently. This simple act holds a profound truth. We often cling to possessions, believing they hold our security. Yet this very act of holding tight creates a subtle tension within us. Notice how your breath changes when you grasp something firmly, when you fear losing it. Your breath may shorten, become shallow, as if the very air itself feels restricted. This is the subtle anxiety of attachment, a whisper of unease that lives in the space between your fingers and the object you hold. True non-attachment is not about discarding everything. It is not a harsh emptiness. It is a gentle release, a softening of the grip on the idea that things must be held to be safe. It is understanding that the peace we seek is not found in the accumulation of objects, but in the spaciousness that opens when we stop needing to hold on to them. Imagine a river flowing freely. It does not cling to the stones beneath it. It moves with the current, carrying what it needs, releasing what it does not. This is the natural state of things. Our minds, however, often create artificial currents of need pulling us away from the present flow. Reflect on this moment. Take one ordinary item you have nearby, a cup, a stone, a book. Hold it. Feel its weight, its texture, its temperature against your skin. Now, simply observe it. Notice the way it fits in your palm. Do not think about what it represents, what it cost, or what you might need it for later. Simply be with it, as it is. As you do this, feel the subtle shift within, the tightness in your shoulders, the slight tension in your breath begins to soften. You are not holding onto the cup to prove something. You are simply holding it. And in that simple holding, there is no need to hold on. The object remains, but the anxious grip has released. This is the practice. This is the moment where the theory of non-attachment becomes a lived experience in your hands and your breath. This mindful attention to one thing, without the weight of future worry or past regret, reveals a deeper freedom. It dissolves the illusion that happiness depends on having more, or on possessing something perfectly. It shows us that joy is not found in the object itself, but in the clear, uncluttered space of awareness that exists when we are not grasping. The anxiety fades, not because the object is gone, but because the need to control it is gone. Your breath returns to its natural rhythm, deep and easy. The room feels larger, quieter, filled with a different kind of presence. This is the essence of minimalism as liberation. It is not about owning fewer things. It is about freeing the mind from the constant, exhausting labor of managing and protecting what we own. It is the profound peace that comes from realizing that sufficiency is already here. In this moment, with this one thing held with gentle care, the mental clutter that once clouded our perception dissolves, revealing the simple, clear joy of having enough. With non-attachment, we discover contentment in stillness. Desire often feels like a current pulling us forward, a subtle tug toward what we believe will complete us. Yet in that very moment, before the hand reaches, before the mind grasps, there exists a quiet space. This is the pause the heart already knows. It is not an absence, but a presence, a gentle clearing where sufficiency reveals itself. When we pause, we step off the rushing river of wanting and find ourselves standing on solid ground, where what we have is already enough. The old cup holds the tea perfectly. The simple robe is warm. The quiet room is full. This pause is not a delay. It is the truest form of freedom. The moment we recognize liberation is not found in acquiring more, but in releasing the urgency to act. Consider the monk who noticed his desire for a new teacup. He felt the familiar pull, the thought of its smooth glaze, its perfect shape. Without pausing, he might have ordered it, adding another object to his small collection. But in that instant, he simply breathed. He inhaled slowly, feeling the cool air fill his lungs. He exhaled, releasing the tension in his shoulders. He inhaled again, noticing the warmth of the sun on his skin. In those 3 breaths, the sharp edge of desire softened. He saw his current cup, chipped, familiar, loved holding the tea just as well. The new cup was unnecessary. The sufficiency was already here, waiting in the quiet space between wanting and having. This is the practice we invite you to try now. When a desire arises, whether for a thing, a word, a reaction, or a different feeling, stop. Do not chase it. Do not judge it. Simply pause. Let your attention settle into the space of the breath. Inhale, feeling the air move through you. Exhale, releasing the urge to act. Inhale again, returning to the present. In 3 breaths, the need to grasp dissolves, and what was already enough becomes clear. Notice how the desire shifts when you don't rush to meet it. The craving for that new thing may fade, or it may transform into a simple wish for a moment of peace. Reflect now on your own life. What desire did you act on without pausing? Perhaps it was a quick purchase, an angry reply, a thought you shared without thinking. How did it feel afterward? Did it bring lasting ease, or did it leave you with a quiet restlessness? The pause does not deny desire. It reveals the freedom within it. It shows us that we are never truly lacking. Even in the moment of wanting, the sufficiency is always present, waiting for us to slow down enough to see it. This pause is not a technique to master. It is a return to what we already are. It is the quiet space where the mind stops chasing and begins to rest. It is where the clutter of more falls away, and the simplicity of enough becomes the only truth we need. This stillness is not empty, it is full of the peace that comes from knowing we are complete as we are. This pause leads us to the stillness where contentment resides. Imagine the quiet space between your thoughts when you pause before reaching for the next thing. Notice how the physical space around you mirrors that inner landscape. A cluttered room, piled with objects you no longer need, creates a subtle tension in your mind. A background hum of unfinished business. It whispers that something is missing, that more is required. Conversely, a clear surface, a simple space untouched by unnecessary things, invites a different feeling. It feels open, available, and quietly spacious. This is not about owning fewer possessions. It is about recognizing that true freedom lives in the space between things, in the simplicity of what is already present. Consider a monk tending his small garden in a mountain monastery. His tools are few: a trowel, a watering can, a simple bowl. Each morning, he clears the small plot of fallen leaves and stray weeds. It is not about having a perfect garden. It is about the act of clearing itself. As he moves the leaves, his mind follows the rhythm, releasing the small mental knots that had formed around the day's tasks. The garden becomes a mirror. When the leaves are gone, the space is clear, and so is his mind. He feels the cool morning air, hears the birdsong, and simply is. The absence of clutter is not emptiness, it is fullness of presence. The garden's clarity reflects the clarity within. Reflect now on your own space. Where does clutter gather? Perhaps it is a desk piled with papers, a counter holding mismatched containers, or a corner where clothes accumulate. How does that space affect your mental state? Does it feel heavy, distracting, or does it invite calm? When you look at the clutter, do you feel a quiet pull towards more? Or does it simply feel like a distraction from what is right here? This is the invitation. Take 5 minutes now. Choose one small surface. Clear it completely. Move the papers to a drawer. Put the cups in the sink. Wipe the counter clean. As you do this, notice the small shifts within you. Feel the weight lift as you let go of the need to hold on to what is unnecessary. Hear the quiet that emerges as you remove the physical noise. Notice how your breath deepens, how the mind settles into the simple act of clearing. It is not about perfection, but about the gentle practice of returning to what is essential. This simple act of clearing a surface is a meditation in motion. It is not about achieving a spotless room, but about remembering that the space itself is already whole. The clutter we carry is rarely about the objects. It is the story we tell ourselves about what we lack. When we clear the surface, we clear the story. We discover that freedom is not found in the accumulation of things, but in the quiet space that remains when we let go. We realize that we are already complete, already enough, just as the garden is complete when the leaves are cleared and the earth is bare. This clarity allows us to fully experience the present moment. In the quiet space we discovered in the pause before desire, where the clutter of wanting fades, a deeper truth settles within. We are already complete. This completeness isn't something we need to earn or find elsewhere. It is the very ground of our being, present right now. It is not a state to be achieved, but a recognition of what is already here. This recognition is the heart of gratitude, the shift from searching for what is missing to seeing the abundance that surrounds us in every single moment. Gratitude isn't about adding something new, it is about seeing clearly what is already present, allowing its richness to be felt. It dissolves the illusion of lack, revealing that sufficiency isn't a distant goal, but the very air we breathe. Consider the falling of a single leaf. It drifts down without urgency, without a single thought of needing to be elsewhere, needing to be more. It simply is, fully present in its descent, receiving the sun, the wind, the earth below. It doesn't lament the branch it left or worry about the ground it will touch. It is completely engaged in the simple act of falling. This is the natural state of being. We too can rest in this natural state, not by striving to become something else, but by simply acknowledging what is here, right now. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the steady rhythm of your breath, the quiet space around you. These are not insignificant details. They are the very fabric of our existence, already abundant. So, take a gentle pause. Bring your attention to this moment, to what is already here. Reflect. What is one thing you are grateful for right now? Not tomorrow's promise, not the future's possibility, but this very breath, this very sound, this very presence of being. It might be the cool touch of the chair beneath you, the sound of a bird outside, or simply the fact that you are able to breathe. Let this small acknowledgement settle in your heart. Now, practice this simple act. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. As you breathe in, silently say thank you to the air entering your lungs. As you breathe out, say thank you again for the air that sustains you. Do not seek a grand feeling. Simply allow the words to flow with the natural rhythm of your breath, acknowledging the gift of each inhalation and exhalation. This practice anchors you in the present, in the sufficiency of what is. This simple act of gratitude for the air you breathe, for the very act of being, is not an isolated moment. It is the seed from which a deeper appreciation for the ordinary begins to grow. As you continue your day, notice how this awareness extends. The steam rising from your morning tea, the softness of the fabric against your skin, the sound of footsteps on the path. These mundane moments, when seen with gratitude, transform. They are no longer just background noise. They become sacred expressions of presence. The ordinary becomes extraordinary, not because it changes, but because your eyes, your heart, are finally open to see it. The joy of enough is not found in accumulating more, but in recognizing that everything you need, everything that is already here. This recognition, this simple thank you whispered with each breath, dissolves the separation between the sacred and the ordinary. It reveals that true contentment isn't a state we reach. It is the natural feeling of being fully present within the boundless abundance of the now. This gratitude practice naturally extends to finding it in the quiet hum of the world, in the ordinary moments that hold the extraordinary gift of being alive. Notice the quiet space between thoughts, the space where you simply are. This is where contentment lives. Not in some future achievement, but right here, right now. Often, we miss it because we are already caught in the grip of future anxiety. We worry about what might not happen. what we might lack tomorrow, and in doing so, we steal the very peace we seek from the present moment. That anxious thought about tomorrow's challenge, the mental rehearsal of possible loss, it is not preparing you, it is blocking your joy. It is the thief of your present peace. Consider the story of an old Zen monk in a small garden. He sat with a simple cup of tea, the steam rising gently in the cool morning air. A visitor, hurrying past, noticed the monk's deep stillness and asked, "Why are you so calm?" The monk lifted the cup, his eyes meeting the visitor's, and said nothing. He simply sipped the tea, feeling its warmth, tasting its subtle bitterness, noticing the way the sunlight fell on the leaves. He was not thinking of the next task, the next worry. He was entirely present with the cup, the steam, the quiet. In that moment, the tea was enough. It held no lack, no need for anything else. This is the natural state we often overlook, a deep, quiet joy found not in having more, but in fully experiencing what is already here. So, pause for a moment. Ask yourself gently, what future worry is stealing your peace today? Is it a meeting tomorrow, a financial concern, or the fear of not being enough? Notice the physical sensation of that worry, the tightness in your chest, the racing thoughts. Now, bring your attention to your breath. Inhale slowly, feeling the air fill your lungs. Exhale, releasing the tension with each breath. Softly say to yourself, "I'm here now, not tomorrow, not yesterday, here." This breath, this moment, this quiet space between thoughts, the worry may return, as it often does, but you are learning to gently return to your breath, to your presence, to the solid ground of now. This is not about forcing calm, it is about recognizing that calm is already here, waiting for you to notice it. It is the simple act of turning your attention away from the future's shadow and towards the light of this very moment. When you practice this, you discover that the present moment is never empty. It is filled with the warmth of your breath, the sound of birds outside, the gentle weight of your body resting. The future anxiety dissolves, not because the future disappears, but because you are no longer giving it your attention. You are fully present with the cup of tea in your hands, with the breath in your lungs, with the quiet peace that has always been your natural state. Releasing anxiety allows us to fully savor ordinary moments. Now, notice the ordinary moment you are already in. Consider the quiet rhythm of your morning routine. The kettle hums, the coffee steeps, the light filters through the window. Often, we move through these moments without truly seeing them. Our minds already chasing the next thing, the next need, the next moment we believe will hold the joy we seek. But what if the joy we seek has been here all along? woven into the fabric of the ordinary. This is the heart of finding gratitude in the mundane. It is not about waiting for the extraordinary to arrive. It is about awakening to the extraordinary already present in the simplest acts. True gratitude recognizes that sufficiency isn't something we achieve in the future. It is the very ground of our being, revealed when we stop searching beyond what is already here, right now. In the Zen tradition, this is often illustrated with a simple, profound story. A young monk, feeling restless and unfulfilled, asked his teacher, "How do I find peace?" The teacher, without speaking, began washing the dishes. Not hurriedly, not mechanically, but with complete presence. He felt the water's temperature, observed the gentle foam, heard the soft clink of porcelain, and noticed the way the light caught the droplets on the sink. He was fully in the washing of the dishes, nothing more, nothing less. The monk watched, and in that simple act of mindful attention, he saw the peace his teacher embodied. The dishwashing wasn't a chore to be endured. It was the very expression of peace itself. The extraordinary wasn't found in some distant mountain temple. It was discovered right there, in the ordinary water, the ordinary sink, the ordinary moment of washing. This is the practice we invite you to gently explore today. Reflect, what mundane task can you find joy in today? Not the grand gesture, but the small, daily offering. Perhaps it is brewing your tea, feeling the warmth of the cup in your hands, noticing the steam rising in the morning light. Maybe it is folding laundry, feeling the softness of the fabric, appreciating the quiet rhythm of the motion, or, as the key points suggest, it might be washing the dishes. Choose one simple task you already do. Commit to doing it with full attention. Feel the water. Hear the sound of the sponge on the plate. See the clean surface emerge. Let go of the thought of the next thing, the need to rush. Be completely present with the feeling of the water, the sight of the clean dish, the sound of the task itself. In this full attention, the mundane dissolves into the sacred. The act of washing dishes becomes not a burden, but a moment of deep connection, a practice of gratitude unfolding in real time. You discover that joy isn't waiting for a special occasion. It is the natural quality of attention given to what is right before you in this very moment. As you practice this simple act of mindful attention, you begin to notice how the ordinary moments, when seen clearly, hold their own quiet depth and beauty. The sound of rain on the roof, the warmth of sunlight on your skin during a short walk, the taste of a simple meal shared with care. These become not just background noise, but the very texture of a life lived gratefully. This practice deepens into savoring the ordinary moments of life. Notice the quiet hum of this moment, the gentle rhythm of your breath. We've discovered that true contentment isn't found in chasing what's next, but in fully meeting what is here, right now. We've learned to find joy in the ordinary, the warmth of sunlight, the sound of rain, the simple act of a shared meal. Now, let us gently extend that awareness outward. Gratitude, when shared, doesn't just stay within us, it blossoms, deepening the connection between us and the world. It's like a single candle lighting another. Its light doesn't diminish, it multiplies, creating a shared warmth that touches everyone near it. Consider the old Zen story of the monk who always carried a small cup of tea for his neighbor, an elderly woman who lived alone. Each morning, he'd bring her a cup, not out of duty, but simply because he noticed the quiet strength in her hands as she tended her garden. One day, she looked up, her eyes soft, and said, "Your tea, it is the color of the morning light on the river." The monk, surprised, realized he'd never truly seen the tea's color before. He had brought it as an offering, but her simple words made him see the ordinary cup, the steam, the shared silence as something precious. In that moment, their shared gratitude transformed a routine act into a profound connection. Her words didn't just thank him, they revealed the beauty he'd overlooked, and his offering became a bridge of mutual appreciation. This is the quiet power of sharing. It doesn't require grand gestures. It simply asks us to name what we see, to speak the quiet wonder we feel. So today, let your awareness rest gently on someone in your life. Who is it? Perhaps it's the barista who remembers your order, the colleague who offered help without being asked, the friend who listened when you needed to speak. Reflect now. Who could you share gratitude with today? Not a vague feeling, but a specific moment, a specific quality. Practice this. Choose one person. Then, speak their name and say something true and clear. "I truly appreciated how you listened to me yesterday," or "Thank you for the way you helped with the project. It made a real difference." Or even, "I noticed how kind you were to the dog this morning." Be specific. Name the act, the quality, the feeling it gave you. This small, intentional act of speaking gratitude aloud is not just for them. It anchors you deeper into the present moment, into the richness of what already is. It reminds you that connection is built not in grand declarations, but in these quiet, genuine acknowledgements of what we see and value in one another. As you offer this specific appreciation, feel the quiet shift within. The joy of your gratitude, once held close, now flows outward. It connects you to the other, and in that connection, you feel more fully present, more deeply satisfied. This natural flow of noticing, of feeling, of sharing leads us to a deeper question that will guide us next. As we share gratitude, we naturally question what truly satisfies us. What is it that makes this simple act of naming appreciation feel so deeply fulfilling? What does it reveal about the nature of contentment when it's shared, when it's real, when it's rooted in the ordinary moments we've been learning to see? The answer, like the morning light on the river, is already here, waiting to be noticed. Consider the quiet moment after a simple meal shared with loved ones. The warmth of a cup of tea held in your hands, the sound of rain on the roof. We often believe satisfaction lies just beyond the next acquisition, the next experience, the next thing we do not yet have. We chase it like a shadow, always moving forward, always seeking the next satisfying moment. Yet true contentment does not arrive with the new purchase, the next achievement, or the arrival of a future dream. It arrives only when we are fully present within the moment itself, when we stop chasing and simply be. Satisfaction comes from presence, not acquisition. It is found not in the accumulation of things, but in the deep awareness of what is already here, right now. Imagine a Zen monk sitting alone in his small garden, the late afternoon sun warming his shoulders. He lifts a simple cup of tea, its steam curling gently upwards. He feels the warmth of the ceramic against his palms, notices the delicate aroma rising, tastes the smooth, earthy flavor as it moves across his tongue. He is not thinking about the next cup, the next meal, or what might be missing. He is entirely present with the sensation of the tea, the sound of the wind in the bamboo, the quiet stillness of the garden. This moment, this simple act of drinking tea with full attention, brings deep peace. It satisfies completely. Now, contrast this with the moment after you finally buy that new item you desired so much. The initial thrill is bright and sharp, but soon it fades, leaving a quiet emptiness, a sense that something is still missing. You might feel satisfied for a moment, but it leaves emptiness because the satisfaction was not rooted in presence, but in the fleeting excitement of acquisition. The new thing was only a temporary distraction from the deeper need for presence. Reflect now on your own experience. Recall a moment that felt deeply satisfying, a beautiful sunset, a kind word, a delicious meal, a moment of connection. After the feeling fades, ask yourself gently, why did this feel good? Was it the sunset itself? Or was it the way you were fully present, noticing the colors, the light, the feeling of calm? Was it the kindness, or the way you truly heard the words and felt seen? Was it the food, or the way you savored each bite, aware of the taste and the company? Often we mistake the temporary thrill of the new or the pleasant sensation for the deep satisfaction of presence. We feel satisfied for the moment, but the emptiness follows because we did not truly inhabit the moment with our whole being. The satisfaction was superficial, a surface ripple, not the deep stillness of the pond. Practice this simple inquiry after your next satisfying moment. After the meal, after the walk, after the conversation that lifted your spirit, pause for just a breath. Ask yourself softly, why did this feel good? Then listen. Notice the subtle feeling of presence that was there. Notice the quality of your attention. Notice the simple, ordinary thing that was truly satisfying, the sound of the wind, the warmth of the sun, the taste of the food, the sound of a voice. This practice, this gentle questioning, reveals the true nature of satisfaction. It is not found in the external thing, but in the internal state of being fully here, fully aware. It is the quiet joy of enough already present in this moment. This quiet questioning reveals the emptiness of constant wanting. It shows us that the chase itself is the source of restlessness, not the destination we imagine. When we realize satisfaction is found in presence, not in the next thing, we begin to truly live within the abundance of this very moment. The joy of enough is not a future promise, but the simple, deep peace of being fully here, right now. As rain gently falls on the window pane, notice how the simple act of watching the water trace its path brings a quiet ease. This moment, this ordinary rain, holds its own peace. Yet often, our minds race ahead, chasing the next thing, the next acquisition, the next feeling that promises more. We tell ourselves that peace will come when we have more possessions, more time, more validation. But pause and ask gently, when did having more truly bring lasting peace? Recall the times you achieved a goal, bought something new, or gained a promotion. Did the peace you sought settle deeply within you? Or did it fade quickly, replaced by the next horizon of wanting? The truth is, the pursuit itself creates a hollow space. Wanting more never leads to lasting peace. It only deepens the hunger. Consider the Zen monk who prepares tea for a guest. He moves with quiet focus, placing each utensil with care, the steam rising gently from the bowl. He does not think of the next cup, the next visitor, or the next moment of distraction. He simply is with the water, the leaves, the warmth in his hands. His satisfaction arises not from the tea's taste alone, but from the full presence of the act itself. He has no need for more. The emptiness of constant wanting is not about lacking something external. It is the inner hollowness that comes from never being satisfied with what is already here. When we chase the next thing, we miss the richness of the present moment, the very thing we seek to fill us. Now, turn your gentle attention inward. Notice the next time that restless pull arises, the urge for more, the thought of something better, something different. Do not follow it. Simply observe. What physical sensation does it bring? A tightness in the chest, perhaps. A restless energy in the hands. A lightness in the mind that feels like it's already moving toward the next thing. Feel the sensation without judgment. Do not act on it. Do not feed it with thought. Just notice the wanting is a wave, and you are the calm water beneath it. This is not about denying desire. It is about recognizing it for what it is. A passing sensation, not a command. In that simple observation, we begin to see the emptiness of the chase. When you notice that tightness in your chest and choose to rest there without reaching, you create space. You let go of the illusion that peace is just beyond the next acquisition. This quiet observation prepares us to find contentment in stillness. It is in that space, unburdened by the weight of wanting, that the joy of enough begins to reveal itself. The rain continues to fall, the tea stays warm, and the present moment holds all the peace we need. This recognition of emptiness is not a void. It is the opening where true contentment can finally breathe. And in that recognition, stillness begins to reveal itself. We often search for enough outside ourselves, believing it lies in the next achievement, the next possession, or the next moment of distraction. Yet true enough is not a fixed point on a distant horizon. It is a quiet realization that shifts within us, moment by moment, as our awareness deepens. What feels like enough today may transform tomorrow as we see more clearly. This is not about scarcity or limitation. It is about the profound freedom found when we stop chasing and begin to recognize what already holds us. Consider the feeling of enough in your own body, not in your mind, but in the quiet space of your physical being. What would it feel like if you truly had enough? Imagine the softness in your shoulders, the ease in your breath, the gentle settling of your entire being. Not the tightness of wanting, but the deep, quiet calm that comes when you're fully present with what is right here, right now. This sensation is not something you create. It is something you notice when you stop searching for more. It is the simple, unspoken peace that settles when the mind releases its grip on the future. A simple moment can reveal this. Think of the ancient practice of sharing a single bowl of tea. The host pours the tea with complete attention, not measuring it against how much might be needed for later. They simply offer what is present, what is sufficient for this moment. The guest receives it with equal presence, savoring the warmth, the aroma, the quiet connection. There is no thought of needing more tea, more time, more of anything else. The bowl is full. The moment is complete. This is not about having little. It is about recognizing that what is given, what is present, is entirely enough. The joy is found not in the quantity, but in the fullness of attention given to the simple act itself. Now, gently turn your attention inward. Choose one small area of your life where you might explore this idea of enough. Perhaps it is the time you spend with loved ones, the food you eat, the moments you allow yourself to rest without guilt. Not the grand, overwhelming change, but a single, manageable point. Ask yourself, what would enough feel like in this area? If you had just the right amount, what would that sensation be in your body? Would it be the lightness after a short walk? The quiet satisfaction of a simple meal eaten slowly? The deep rest of a few minutes of silence without a single thought of what comes next? Define it for yourself, not for others. Not based on what you see on a screen or hear from a friend. Let it be a quiet, personal knowing that emerges from your own awareness. This practice is not about setting a rigid limit. It is about cultivating a different kind of attention, a gentle curiosity about what truly satisfies the heart when the mind stops demanding. It is about discovering that the space of enough is always here, waiting to be noticed. When we stop measuring against an external standard and instead feel what it means to have enough within our own experience, a deep shift occurs. The constant pull of wanting begins to soften, replaced by a quiet, steady joy in the simplicity of what is. This personal definition, this felt sense of sufficiency in your own body and mind, leads us to the stillness within. Imagine the quiet space between thoughts, where the constant hum of wanting begins to soften. You've felt it before, haven't you? That subtle shift when you stop chasing the next thing and simply rest in what is. This is the ground where we begin to see the profound difference between what we truly need and what we endlessly desire. Desire. That restless pull towards something more, something different, is the root of much suffering. It whispers promises of happiness just beyond the horizon, leaving us perpetually unsatisfied, always reaching. Need, however, is met by presence itself. It is the quiet recognition that what we require for peace and well-being is already here, within this moment, within this breath. Consider the simple bowl of a monk. He needs water to quench his thirst. The need is met by the cool water in the bowl he holds. The simple act of drinking, the feeling of refreshment in his body. This is sufficiency. Now, imagine he begins to desire a golden bowl, perhaps one adorned with jewels. The desire for the golden bowl creates a new restlessness. He might feel inadequate with his plain bowl, imagining the status or beauty it would bring. The need for water remains, but the desire for the golden bowl creates a new ache. A suffering born of wanting something beyond the simple, sufficient need. The desire is not satisfied by the golden bowl alone. It often creates a new, deeper want. The need, however, is satisfied by the very presence of the water he holds. Reflect now on your own experience. When you feel a craving for a new possession, a specific experience, a particular feeling, pause. Feel the sensation in your body. Is this a deep, quiet hum of necessity, like the body needing water? Or is it a sharp, insistent pull, a feeling of lack that demands something outside of this moment. A need feels grounded, simple, and met by the present. A desire feels restless, expansive, and points towards a future state that seems essential for happiness. It's the difference between the quiet satisfaction of a full stomach after a simple meal and the gnawing hunger for a feast you've never tasted. Practice this simple inquiry whenever craving arises. See the urge to buy, to achieve, to feel differently. Then gently ask, is this a need or a desire? Is this something that truly supports my peace and well-being right now? Or is it a longing for something that will only create more wanting? When you ask this question, you step out of the river of endless desire and into the still water of presence. You see clearly that your need for peace, for connection, for nourishment, is already met by simply being here, breathing, aware. This quiet practice, this gentle turning of attention inward, dissolves the illusion that happiness lies only in the acquisition of more. It reveals the deep, quiet joy that comes from recognizing what we already have, what we truly need, right here in this ordinary moment. It is the path to contentment, not as a distant goal, but as the very ground of our being. Distinguishing desire from need allows us to embrace contentment. In a world that shouts for more, a deeper peace whispers in the quiet space between thoughts. This stillness we seek isn't an empty void or a pause in life's busyness. It is the full presence of simply being, where the noise of wanting fades and the richness of what is right here, right now, becomes the only thing that matters. True contentment isn't found in adding more to our lives. It is discovered when we stop adding and simply rest within the already complete nature of the present moment. This is the ground of being we touched in the last chapter, where quiet awareness revealed the difference between a simple need and a restless desire. Now, we step into that quiet space with intention. Consider the ancient story of the monk who carried a single bowl of water. One day, a visitor asked him if he ever felt the need for a larger bowl, a finer one, to hold more. The monk simply smiled and said, "This bowl holds all I need. Why would I seek another?" He didn't feel lacking because he was fully present with the water he held. His contentment arose not from the bowl's size, but from his complete attention to the water within it. He was not empty. He was fully filled with the simple reality of the moment. This is the essence of stillness, a deep, quiet fullness that requires no addition, only awareness. Reflect now, gently. When was the last time you felt a deep sense of contentment without doing anything? Perhaps it was sitting quietly on a bench watching leaves fall, or feeling the warmth of sunlight on your skin without a single thought of what to do next. Maybe it was simply breathing, noticing the quiet rhythm of your own body, without the need to fix anything or chase anything. That feeling, that quiet joy of simply being enough, is not a rare event. It is the natural state of awareness when we step out of the constant doing and into the spaciousness of now. It is the joy of enough that needs no name, no explanation, no more. So, let us practice this for a few moments. Find a quiet place where you can sit undisturbed for 3 minutes. Close your eyes if it feels right, or soften your gaze downward. Settle your body gently, feeling the support beneath you. Now, simply notice the space around you. Notice the sounds that come and go, the feeling of your breath moving in and out, the quiet hum of life happening just beyond your awareness. Do not try to make it happen or change it. Simply be present with whatever is here. Notice the space itself, the stillness that holds the sounds, the breath, the feeling of your body. This space is not empty. It is full of the quiet presence of life itself. Let thoughts come and go like clouds passing through the sky. Return gently to the feeling of being here, right now, with no need to be anywhere else. There is no goal, only the simple, profound act of being. This stillness, this quiet presence, is not something we find only in rare moments. It is a practice we can return to daily, a deep wellspring within us that never runs dry. It is the quiet joy of enough, revealed not in what we have, but in the fullness of what we are, right now, in this very moment. This stillness becomes a practice we return to daily, a gentle anchor for the restless mind, a reminder that true contentment is never out there waiting to be found. It is always here, in the quiet space we create within ourselves, the space where full presence and joy of enough meet. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the gentle weight of your body resting, the soft rhythm of your breath moving in and out. This quiet space within is not empty. It is already full of a deep, quiet knowing. We often chase contentment as if it were something to be added, something to be found outside ourselves in the next thing, the next experience, the next possession. But true contentment is not a destination. It is the natural state of being when we stop adding to the moment and simply inhabit it. This chapter invites you to discover that contentment within the quiet space of stillness, where silence becomes your teacher. Silence reveals what words obscure. In the constant hum of thought, the chatter of desire, the demand for more, we create a noise that drowns out the subtle wisdom already present. Words shape our reality, but they can also obscure the raw, unfiltered experience of the now. When the mind is quiet, the wind in the pines is not just wind, it is a sound that resonates with the very fabric of the forest. A bird's call is not a sound to be labeled as pleasant or annoying. It is simply a sound, pure and immediate. The mind's constant commentary, the need to judge and categorize, is what creates the sense of lack, the feeling that something is missing. silence dissolves that commentary, allowing the world to be as it is. Consider the ancient story of the monk sitting beneath the ancient pine. For years, he sat in the forest, not seeking anything, simply being present. One day, a traveler asked him what he was seeking. The monk looked up, listened to the wind in the leaves, the distant cry of a bird, the rustle of a small creature in the undergrowth. He said, "I'm listening to the sound of the forest itself. I seek nothing beyond this listening." The traveler, used to seeking answers, felt confused. The monk was not seeking. He was simply hearing the world as it was, without the need to name it, to change it, to make it fit a desire. The forest was already complete, already enough in its quiet presence. The silence wasn't empty. It was filled with the fullness of the present moment. So, take this moment. Sit comfortably. Let your body settle. Gently close your eyes or soften your gaze downward. Breathe naturally without trying to change it. Now, simply listen. Not to the thoughts about what you hear, not to the urge to name the sounds, but simply to the sounds themselves. Hear the hum of the air conditioning, the distant traffic, the whisper of your own breath, the faint creak of the building settling. Feel the space between the sound. Notice how your mind might want to say, "That's a car," or "That's quiet," but gently let those thoughts pass like clouds across the sky. Do not chase the sound. Do not push it away. Simply be with the sound and the space around it without adding anything. This is the practice, to be present with the sound as it is, without the filter of words or judgment. It is not about achieving silence, but about noticing the natural sounds that exist within and around the quiet of your awareness. As you sit with this simple practice, you may feel a gentle shift. The constant pull towards more begins to soften. You realize that the need for more was not in the world, but in the noise of the mind. The sounds you hear, the quiet space you feel, they are not lacking, they are complete. The joy of enough is not a concept you grasp. It is the felt experience of being fully here, right now, in the stillness. This quiet awareness, this simple presence with the sound of the world as it is the foundation. It is the deepening of the stillness within that allows the peace to emerge, not as a separate state, but as the natural expression of being fully present. As this quiet awareness settles, you will find peace not in the absence of sound, but in the presence of stillness. In the quiet space between the rush of tasks, the hum of the world softens. You might not notice it, but peace exists there. In the gentle pause before the next thought arises. It is not something you chase or create, it is already present, waiting in the stillness between the waves of your mind. This is the heart of contentment, not in having more, but in being fully here, in the quiet space where the mind rests. When we stop trying to fill every moment with doing, we discover that peace is not a destination but the very ground beneath our feet, right now. Consider this. A monk once walked through a garden, his mind filled with the day's concerns. He paused to watch a single drop of dew clinging to a leaf. The sun caught it, and for a moment, the entire world seemed to hold its breath. He didn't need to do anything else. He simply was present with that tiny, perfect moment. The dew was not a grand event. Yet in that pause, he found a deep, quiet joy. This is the wisdom we carry within us, the ability to find fullness in the ordinary, in the space where the mind stops and the heart begins to breathe. Think for a moment. What quiet moment did you miss today? Perhaps it was the warmth of sunlight on your skin while waiting for coffee, the sound of birdsong as you walked to work, or the quiet rhythm of your own breath while waiting for the bus. We are so often moving so fast that these small, sacred pauses slip through our fingers like sand. We miss the peace that is already here, simply because we are not paying attention. So let us practice this now. Choose a moment today, even one that feels busy. It might be while you're making tea, waiting for a computer to load, or standing in line. Pause, just for 1 minute. Close your eyes if it feels right, or soften your gaze. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice the air moving in and out of your body. Let your thoughts drift like clouds passing through the sky. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to think anything new. Simply be with the breath, the quiet, the stillness that is always available. This is not time wasted. It is time reclaimed, time restored to the present moment. When you return from that minute, you may notice a shift. The task ahead might feel less heavy, the world a little softer. That pause was not an interruption. It was a return to yourself. It was the moment you remembered that you are already whole, already at peace, simply by being here. This practice is not about adding something new to your life. It is about letting go of the need to be anywhere else, to be anything other than what you are in this very breath. As you move through your day, carry this gentle awareness. Notice the pauses. Let them be your anchor. When you pause for 1 minute to feel your breath, you're not just resting, you're training your heart to recognize that contentment is not found in the next thing, but in this very moment, right here, right now. You are learning to savor the ordinary, not because it is extraordinary, but because it is enough. This practice prepares us to savor ordinary moments fully. Stillness is not a place we arrive at, but a path we walk. It is not a state to be achieved, like reaching a mountain peak. but a practice we return to, moment by moment. This is the gentle truth that shifts our understanding of contentment. We often chase peace as if it were a distant shore. Forgetting it lives in the quiet rhythm of our breath right now. True stillness comes not from emptying the mind, but from the simple, repeated act of noticing the space between thoughts, the space where the river flows without needing to be the river. It is in this returning, this gentle reconnection, that contentment reveals itself as the natural ground of being, not a prize to be won. Consider the old monk tending his small garden each morning. He does not seek a special feeling as he waters the seedlings or trims the leaves. He simply waters. He simply trims, his attention fully present in the cool earth beneath his fingers, the sound of the droplets, the scent of damp soil. When a stray thought about the market or a worry about rain arises, he does not chase it away. He notices it, like a cloud passing, and returns his focus to the feel of the soil, the movement of his hands. This is his practice. The garden is not a distraction from stillness. It is the very ground where stillness is cultivated, one mindful moment at a time. His contentment is not found in the absence of thoughts, but in the quiet certainty of returning again and again to the present action. This practice transforms the ordinary. Imagine your day unfolding. You set a gentle reminder on your phone, not as a chore, but as a loving invitation. It rings softly, a soft chime in the midst of your tasks. You pause. You feel your feet on the floor, the air in your lungs. You notice the sound of the wind outside, the weight of your cup. You do not force calm. You simply allow the space to open. That 1 minute of returning is not separate from the work that follows. It infuses the next email, the next conversation, the next step, with a quiet depth. The reminder isn't about stopping time. It's about remembering time is already here, already enough. It changes your day, not by altering its events, but by changing your relationship to them. You no longer feel rushed through the moments, you feel present within them. Reflect on this. How does your practice of stillness change your day? When you pause, what shifts? Do you notice less tension in your shoulders? Do you hear your colleagues' words more clearly? Does the simple act of breathing become a moment of peace instead of a task to complete? This is the quiet revolution. It is not about adding more stillness to your life, but about realizing stillness was always there, waiting to be noticed in the space between the next thought and the next breath. The practice is simply the willingness to return again and again to that space. It is the gentle, consistent choice to step out of the river of doing and rest in the river of being for just a moment, then another. With this practice, we integrate contentment into daily life. We learn that the quiet space within is not a destination. but the very ground we walk upon, moment by moment, day by day.
Find yourself here.
Now, breathing the quiet space between thoughts. Not chasing tomorrow's promise or ruminating on yesterday's echo. Just this breath, this moment, unfolding softly. Contentment isn't a distant shore we reach. It's the gentle current we feel when we stop pulling against the flow. It's discovered not in grand achievements, but in the quiet depth of ordinary moments, when we truly taste them, not just consume them. This is the heart of savoring. Imagine a simple act, washing a single dish. In the rush of daily life, it's just a task. But what if, for a few breaths, you let the warm water touch your skin, feel the smooth curve of the bowl beneath your fingers, hear the soft clink of porcelain, and see the light dance on the water's surface. The mind might wander to the next chore, but you gently return, noticing the temperature, the rhythm, the quiet presence of the water. In that focused attention, the act of washing a dish becomes sacred ground. It's not about the dish, it's about the awareness holding it. This is the practice the ancient monks spoke of, finding the vastness of the universe in the small, the profound in the plain. A single, mindful breath while stirring tea, the feel of sunlight on your face during a short walk, the sound of rain on the roof while waiting. These are not minor details. They are the very fabric of a life lived fully, not in the extraordinary, but in the deeply ordinary when met with open attention. Reflect gently on your own week. What ordinary moment felt unexpectedly special? Perhaps it was the quiet warmth of your morning coffee before the day began. The sound of birds singing through an open window. The shared silence with a loved one over a simple meal. Or the cool touch of grass under your bare feet. Did you notice it? Or did you simply move through it? This week, choose one ordinary activity. It could be the way you prepare your morning tea, the act of walking to the mailbox, or even the moment you pause to look out the window. Commit to doing it with full presence. Feel the weight of the teacup. Notice the steam rising. Taste the warmth on your tongue. Let the aroma fill your senses. Don't hurry. Let the mind settle into the simple act itself. There is no goal beyond this moment of attention. The joy isn't found after you finish. It is the very essence of the doing, right here, right now. This simple practice of savoring the quiet, deep attention to the ordinary transforms how we move through the world. It's not about adding more to your life. It's about seeing the richness already present in every single moment. When we truly taste the tea, feel the sun, hear the silence, we stop seeking elsewhere for contentment. We find it resting in the very act of being present, right where we are. This savoring becomes the foundation for mindful routines, It's the quiet seed from which a life of sustained, deep contentment grows. One ordinary, fully lived moment at a time. You've learned that stillness is a continuous practice of returning to the present moment, not a destination to be reached. It transforms ordinary acts like gardening or sipping tea into sacred ground for presence. Now, as you move through your day, let this awareness flow into your very motion. Slowness isn't about doing less. It's about revealing the hidden beauty within each movement. When we rush, we miss the quiet grace of our own steps, the subtle shift of weight, the gentle breath that accompanies every action. We become disconnected from the life happening right here, right now, in the space between one moment and the next. This constant hurry creates a quiet anxiety, a feeling that peace is always just beyond the next task, never found in the present stride. Notice when you rush, perhaps while walking to a meeting, lifting a cup, or turning a page. Feel the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest. How does this rushing affect your sense of peace? Does it make the world feel smaller, sharper, and more urgent, rather than spacious and calm? Imagine washing dishes after a simple meal. The water is warm. The steam rises gently. Instead of thinking about the next thing, feel the cool smoothness of the bowl in your hands, the slight resistance as you scrub, the quiet sound of water flowing. Feel the weight lift from your foot as you shift your stance, the slow, deliberate turn of your wrist. This is not just washing dishes, it is the sacred ground of movement. The beauty isn't in the result, the clean dishes, but in the simple, intentional act of doing it well, fully present. The steam, the water's cool touch, the rhythm of your breath, these become the moment, not a stepping stone to something else. In this slow, mindful washing, you discover that the ordinary is already extraordinary, simply because you are truly here. This practice is not about adding more time to your day. It is about changing the quality of the time you already have. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Choose a short path, perhaps from your kitchen to the living room. Walk slowly, deliberately, without hurry. Feel the connection of your foot with the floor, the gentle lift, the soft placement. Notice the rise and fall of your breath as you move. Feel the air on your skin. Let your awareness be as steady as the rhythm of your steps. Don't think about where you're going. Simply be in the movement itself. Notice how the world appears different when you're not chasing it. The light seems softer. The sounds clearer. The space around you feels more expansive. The quiet peace you sought outside yourself is found right here, in the simple act of moving with care. This slow movement is not a separate practice. It is the natural expression of the presence you cultivated in stillness and in the mindful savoring of ordinary moments. It is the bridge between the calm you find in a single breath and the flow of your entire day. When you walk slowly, you are training your entire being to meet life with the same gentle attention. You're preparing to create mindful routines that are not about adding more tasks, but about infusing every action with the quiet joy of enough. This is how contentment becomes a living, breathing reality, not a distant ideal. Slow movement prepares us to create mindful routines. In the quiet rhythm of daily life, we often move through our tasks like travelers passing through a landscape without truly seeing it. The water flows, the hands move, the breath comes and goes, yet we remain absent, caught in the current of thought rather than the present moment. This is where the sacred begins to reveal itself. It is not in grand gestures or extraordinary moments, but in the simple, ordinary acts we perform again and again. When we bring full, gentle attention to these routines, they transform. They cease to be mere chores and become a practice, a way of honoring the gift of this very moment. Consider the monk preparing tea each morning. He does not rush to complete the task. He feels the weight of the kettle in his hands, hears the soft gurgle as the water heats, watches the steam rise in delicate spirals. He notices the scent of the leaves, the color of the brew deepening, the warmth of the cup as it meets his palms. Each step is done with care, not to achieve a perfect cup, but simply to be present with the act itself. There is no future cup to worry about, no past cup to regret. The tea is made, the moment is held, and in that holding, there is a profound peace. The routine becomes sacred not because of what it produces, but because of the presence it cultivates. This is the heart of creating a mindful routine. It asks for no extra time, no special place, only a shift in how we engage with what is already happening. It is not about adding more to our day, but about changing the quality of what we already do.
What small,
habitual task might become a mindful practice for you? Perhaps it is the moment you pause to feel your feet on the floor when stepping out of bed, or the way you hold your coffee cup, noticing its warmth and weight before taking the first sip. Maybe it is the gentle pressure of the toothbrush against your teeth, the sound of the bristles, the sensation of clean breath. Choose one ordinary action you perform daily. Not the big ones, but the small, repeated ones. Commit to bringing your full attention to it for just 1 minute. Let go of the thought of finishing it quickly. Simply be with the feeling, the sound, the movement. Feel the water flow over your hands while washing dishes. Notice the rhythm of your steps walking to the mailbox. Feel the fabric of your clothes against your skin as you get dressed. This is not about perfection, it is about returning, again and again, to the simple reality of now. Reflect quietly on your own day. Where do you find yourself moving through the motions, lost in the past or future? What single, ordinary task could you invite presence into? It might feel small, almost insignificant. But remember, the sacred is found in the smallest details of our daily unfolding. This practice does not demand more effort. It asks for a different kind of attention. It reveals that contentment is not something we chase outside ourselves, but something that arises naturally when we stop rushing past the beauty and simplicity of what we are already doing. As this simple practice roots us in the present breath, we discover the deep, unshakable joy that comes from knowing we have enough right here, right now. In the quiet space between breaths, we find the sacred ground we've been seeking. It is not in grand gestures or distant horizons, but right here, in the ordinary rhythm of our days. Building on the mindful movement we explored, the gentle awareness that transforms tasks into moments of presence, we now turn to the small rituals that anchor us firmly in this very moment. These are not chores to be completed, but gentle invitations to return to ourselves. A single, intentional act performed with full attention becomes a bridge between the rushing world and the stillness within. It reminds us that contentment is not a destination, but the quality of our attention as we move through the day. When we pause to truly see the steam rising from a cup of tea, to feel the warmth of water on our hands while washing dishes, to breathe deeply before opening a door, we are practicing the art of being enough. This is the essence of Zen wisdom, the profound joy found not in having more, but in being fully present for what already is. Consider the monk in the ancient temple kitchen. Before preparing breakfast, he pauses. He takes one deep breath, feels the cool stone beneath his feet, and places a single, fresh flower on the windowsill. It takes no more than 2 minutes. Yet in that small act, the noise of the world fades. His mind settles. The flower, the stone, the breath, the ritual is not about the flower itself, but about the unwavering attention given to it. It is a silent vow to be present, right here, right now. This is the power of the small ritual. It creates a sacred pocket of stillness within the flow of ordinary life. It does not demand hours, it asks for a moment, a single point of focus. In that moment, the frantic energy of wanting more dissolves, revealing the deep peace that has always been available. Reflect on your own day. What small, ordinary moment already brings you a sense of calm? Perhaps it is the quiet sip of morning coffee before the day begins. Maybe it is the act of closing your eyes for 3 breaths before stepping outside. It could be arranging your workspace with care, or simply pausing to watch the light shift through the trees. What ritual, however small, anchors you in presence? This is not about adding another task to your list, but about noticing and honoring the natural moments of peace already woven into your routine. Now, Choose one simple action that takes just 2 minutes. It might be lighting a single candle and watching the flame for 60 seconds, or placing your hands gently on your knees and feeling your breath for the length of one slow inhale and exhale. Do not think of it as a practice to complete, but as a gentle return. Let the ritual be the anchor, and let your attention be the steady hand holding it. As you practice this small ritual, notice how the frantic search for more begins to soften. The moment you light the candle or feel the warmth of your hands, the world outside the ritual does not vanish, but your relationship to it changes. You are no longer chasing contentment, you are already in it. Right here in the simplicity of this single, chosen moment. This is the unshakable joy of contentment, the deep, quiet, knowing that you have enough right now, in this very breath. These small rituals, woven into the fabric of our days, lead us beyond the fleeting. They reveal that joy is not something we find out there. It is the very ground we walk upon. When we step into it with full presence, this is the path we walk together, one small, mindful step at a time. As we gently carry the awareness of sacred presence from the simple ritual of your morning tea, let the next step unfold with the quiet ease of the breath itself. You've noticed how full attention to ordinary moments reveals contentment already here, not waiting for some future moment. Now, let us turn inward to the most immediate, reliable anchor, your own breathing. This steady rhythm, moving in and out with such natural simplicity, is the very ground of joy in the present moment. It requires no effort, no striving, no thought of more or less. It simply is, offering a constant point of return. When you are truly content, your breath becomes soft and unhurried, like a gentle tide flowing without resistance. It feels light in the chest, unhindered, a quiet sigh of peace. There is no need to grasp or hold. The breath simply carries you, moment to moment, perfectly as it is. Consider the ancient Zen monk preparing tea in the quiet garden. He does not think about the perfect cup he will make tomorrow. He does not worry if the water boils just right. He simply feels the warmth of the kettle, the sound of the water, and the steady rhythm of his own breath as he lifts the pot. His breath anchors him in the action, in the water, in the stillness of the garden. In that moment, there is no sense of lacking, no need for anything beyond this breath, this cup, this garden. The joy is not in the tea, but in the complete presence of being with the tea, the water, and the breath itself. It is the joy of enough, revealed in the smallest, most ordinary movement. So take a moment now to feel your own breath. Notice the air entering your nostrils, cool and fresh. Feel the gentle rise of your chest or abdomen as you inhale. Then, as you exhale, feel the soft release, the quiet letting go. there is no need to change it. No need to make it deeper or longer. Just feel it as it is, right now. Feel the joy that lives within this simple, natural movement. Feel the quiet contentment that arises simply from being present with your breath. Now, take 3 conscious breaths. With each inhale, feel the joy of receiving, of being here, of having enough. With each exhale, feel the joy of releasing, of letting go of any sense of lack, of simply being as you are. Let the breath be your guide, your anchor, your constant companion in this moment of peace. This is not a technique to master, but a simple return to what is already true. When you feel the breath with this gentle awareness, you touch the unshakable core of contentment. You realize that joy is not something you must find outside yourself, waiting to be earned or achieved. It is the natural state of being when you stop searching and simply rest in the fullness of this breath, this moment, this very life. The breath, always present, always enough, reveals that you have never been lacking. You are already complete, already joyful, right here, right now. This breath awareness reveals the joy of being enough. As we continue this gentle walk together, notice how the breath remains our constant companion, steady and silent, inviting us to rest here. The quiet rhythm of inhalation and exhalation holds a simple, profound truth we often overlook. Contentment is not something we chase toward the horizon. It is already here, within the space of this breath. This is the essence of being enough. It is not a state we must build or earn through effort, but a deep recognition of what already is. We do not need to become more to be worthy, to be whole, to be joyful. The recognition itself is the unfolding. How does the phrase "I am enough" feel different from the familiar ache of "I need to be more"? When we say "I need to be more," we carry the weight of a future that never arrives, leaving us perpetually empty. But "I am enough" is a soft sigh of relief, a gentle settling into the ground beneath our feet. It is not arrogance, it is the quiet knowing that we are already complete, exactly as we are in this moment. This is the shift that transforms striving into peace. In the Zen tradition, there is a story of an old monk who lived simply in a small hut. Each day, he received only one bowl of rice from the village. One day, a traveler, seeing his humble meal, offered him a second bowl of rice. The monk smiled and said, "I have enough. My bowl is full." He did not need more. His contentment was not dependent on having more. It was rooted in the fullness of what he already held. He saw his bowl not as empty, but as complete. This is the joy we are discovering. It is not the absence of desire, but the presence of gratitude for what is. Now, let us gently practice this recognition. Sit quietly or pause wherever you are. feel the natural flow of your breath moving through you. As you breathe in, softly say to yourself, "I am enough." Feel the words settle into the quiet space of your awareness, not as an achievement, but as a truth you are remembering. Let it be as natural as the breath itself, no force, no striving, just a soft, warm acknowledgement. As you breathe out, feel the release of any lingering need for more. Feel the lightness that comes from knowing you are already whole. This is not a momentary feeling to grasp. It is the steady ground beneath your feet. It is the quiet certainty that the path we walk is not toward a distant shore, but the shore itself. The breath, the bowl of rice, the simple act of being, these are the fullness we have always been. This recognition deepens into contentment as a way of life. It is not something we do, it is who we are when we stop trying to become someone else. It is the deep, unshakable joy that comes from no longer searching, but simply being. As we move forward, we carry this knowing with us, not as a goal, but as the very air we breathe. The next step is not to reach for more, but to rest more deeply in the fullness of now. This is the path of joy, already here, waiting for us to recognize it. Contentment is not a destination reached after some future achievement, nor a fleeting mood that comes and goes. It is the deep, steady ground beneath our feet in every ordinary moment. The unshakable recognition that we already have everything we need right here, right now. It is the quiet certainty that dissolves the constant striving for more, revealing the profound peace that exists within the simple act of being. This is not about passive acceptance, but about awakening to the abundance already present in our lives, the warmth of sunlight on our skin, the sound of a loved one's voice, the quiet rhythm of our own breath. It is the foundation of daily living, woven into the fabric of our ordinary hours, not something reserved for special occasions or achieved through grand gestures. Consider the simple act of making tea in the Zen tradition. This is not merely about preparing a drink, it is a practice of full presence. The water comes to a gentle boil. The leaves unfurl in the hot water. The steam rises in soft spirals. There is no rush to finish, no thought of the next task waiting. The maker is fully here, noticing the sound of the kettle, the aroma filling the air, the warmth of the cup in their hands. This is contentment as a way of life, finding deep joy not in the absence of difficulty, but in the complete attention given to the simple act of being. The tea is made, the cup is held, and in that moment, there is no lack, only the quiet fullness of the present. It is not about having a perfect life, but about finding the perfect life within the imperfect moment. Reflect now. How would your life change if contentment was your default setting, not your occasional visitor? If the gentle hum of being enough became your constant companion, rather than the anxious chase for more? Imagine the relief of releasing the need to constantly fill a perceived void. Imagine the space that opens up in your heart when you stop searching for wholeness outside yourself. You would notice the quiet beauty in the ordinary, the way light falls on a wall, the comfort of a familiar chair, the simple satisfaction of a completed small task. You would feel less burdened by the weight of what you lack and more deeply connected to the richness already surrounding you. This shift transforms not just how you see the world, but how you move through it with a quiet strength and a heart that is truly at ease. To gently deepen this awareness, practice this simple ritual at the end of each day. Sit quietly for a moment, not to review the day's events, but to recall one small moment where you felt a sense of peace, a quiet satisfaction, a feeling of being exactly where you needed to be. It might be as simple as the warmth of your feet in socks, the sound of rain on the roof, or sharing a smile with a stranger. Gently note this moment in your mind or on a small piece of paper. Feel the softness of that moment, the quiet joy of it. Do not seek for grand experiences. The practice lies in recognizing the sacred in the small, the enough in the ordinary. This is how contentment becomes not a thought, but a lived reality, a natural state of being. With this practice, we experience the unshakable joy of enough. As we deepen our journey into the heart of contentment, we arrive at a profound realization. This is not merely the quiet relief of recognizing what we have, but the vibrant, unshakable joy that arises when we fully inhabit the sufficiency of this very moment. It is the understanding that joy does not depend on having more or avoiding loss. It is rooted in the deep, quiet certainty that we already possess everything necessary for peace. External circumstances, whether rain or sunshine, gain or loss, may shift around us, but the inner state of joy found in sufficiency remains undisturbed, like a deep lake reflecting the sky without ripples. This is the essence we have been cultivating, the recognition that enough is not a state we strive to reach, but the very ground of our being, always present. Consider the simple practice of a monk sitting quietly in his small hut during a steady rain. He has eaten his simple meal of rice and vegetables. Outside, the rain falls. The wind sighs through the bamboo. He feels no need for a warmer coat, no desire for a different meal, no longing for a different place. His joy is not in the absence of rain, but in the fullness of being right here, right now. He is not waiting for the rain to stop to be happy. He is not counting what he lacks. He simply is, and in that being, there is joy. This is the unshakable joy of enough. It is not dependent on the rain stopping or the sun coming out. It is the peace found in recognizing that the rain is part of the moment, and the moment is already complete. Reflect quietly on this. What external thing could you lose? What possession? What status? What outcome without losing this joy. Not the things that cause pain, but the things that we might think we need for happiness. Sit with that question gently. Do not search for an answer. Simply allow the question to settle within the quiet space of your awareness. Feel the subtle shift when you consider that joy is not held by anything outside yourself. It is already here, in the space of your breath, in the awareness of your own presence. This is not about denying life's changes, but about seeing that your core joy is not built on shifting sands. Now, let us practice this simple awareness. Sit quietly, just as you are. Close your eyes if it feels right, or soften your gaze. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Notice the simple fact of your existence, the warmth of your body, the air moving through your nose, the quiet rhythm of your heart. There is no need to add anything. No need to achieve more. No need to become more. Simply be. Feel the quiet, deep joy that arises simply from being here, right now, exactly as you are. It is not a feeling you must create. It is the natural state of a mind that rests in sufficiency. It is the joy of having enough, not in the sense of having many things, but in the profound sense of having all that is needed for peace within this single, ordinary breath. This is the heart of Zen wisdom. Joy is always here, now. It is not a reward for the future, nor a refuge from the present. It is the very ground of our being, revealed when we stop searching outside ourselves for what we already hold within. When we understand that enough is not a destination, but the path itself, the joy of sufficiency becomes unshakable. It is the quiet certainty that no circumstance can take away what is already ours. This is the deepening joy we have been seeking, not a fleeting feeling, but the unshakable peace of knowing that we are complete, exactly as we are in this very moment.